Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You're good.
Okay, so we just went dark because I turned this off. I'll be right back up, Galen. Okay, now when you turn the board on, are you able to see this button, top right button, with your iPhone?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so all you do is just touch it and let go. Maybe for a little longer than that. But you do not want to hold the power button down. Just touch it and it'll fire up. So once the board is up, then there's only a few things. Just bring these down. So let's see. The first way you're going to use this board is in this 1 through 48 mode. So 1 through 48 green, green means go. And also, so you want to punch up 1 through 48 just in case it comes up in a different kind of mode, right? So you want to punch up 1 through 48. Now, you notice your blackout button is saying blacked out, blacked out. So you want to bring that up, and that is also your master. So you're bringing that all the way up to 11 on the slider. And then make sure this next button also is not on. This next button will trip you up. Make sure this next button is dark. Okay. So now we're in 1 through 48 mode, where our master's all the way up, and our sliders are slid down. Now, these are labeled key. So if I bring up slider 1, it should bring up the first key light. And if I bring up slider 2, it'll bring up number 2. Now you'll notice on the lights, you see the bottoms of the lights, they're all labeled. Mm-hmm. So you can walk around the room, and Anna has labeled each light, and you'll see what they are as you walk around. And if you go to 3, you go to backlight. So I purposely grouped those, so you had a grouping of key, key, back. Okay, now let's bring those down. So those lights are working. This X means it's not working. There's nothing in the dimmer pack on outlet number 4. Now this is green because this is your green screen, but it's also if you want to do an ambient level on the gray or anything on the back wall. This basically, this area, this 5 through 10, is your back wall, a wash on the back wall. So let's bring those up halfway, and you'll notice that across the room, as I bring those up, those lights are coming up. Mm-hmm. Now Galen has a little light to work under. Okay, and we're only at like some percentage. So this is where you can, if your middle gets too bright, you can just attenuate that with the dimmer a little bit. You might be in a pattern where you actually might be a little brighter on the edges, and then you're going to be a little dimmer. There's actually not 6 lights. It's a bit of a myth here. It's actually this light 8. There's nothing really in 8. You have 5, but I put it in there. Don't worry about it. But it's not really doing anything. Okay, so so there's your back wall. So let's bring that down, except for Galen's light, so he has room to work. Now these P is pattern. I almost put an L, but then for some reason I thought that interfered. Let's see, L. Nope, doesn't interfere. Anyway, so pattern. So here's a pattern, and here's a pattern, here's a pattern, here's a pattern. So you can start to mesmerize everybody with your pattern. Right, so you have 4 patterns up right now. Nice. So they're all kind of randomly put in, but you can see the kids are already going to trip out on it. I'm tripping out. What I meant to say is I'm tripping out on it. Now, important, Jonathan, here's an important point. Your key lights are up, but you'll notice that your back wall's not lit. Mm-hmm. That's what that teaser did. See the black Duvetine?
It cut off
It cut that light off the back wall. So now you can say, all right, put somebody in position and then light that back wall. Right? So obviously it's not really very well lit, but it's lit separately from your front, is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. So you could do the old floating in space kind of look, you draw the black over there.
Basically, you got layers, right? So you have a front layer, and you're gonna light your people that way, and then you have, a back layer.
So you could do a cameo lighting.
Yeah, yeah.
You just pull the black around.
You just pull the black around, yeah. Or however you want to do it. So, and now here's the tricky part on this board. Let's now give Galen a little light to work under. Sorry about that. Okay. So now that is all of this board's firepower that you're using. You're using basically 1 through 15.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, if you get into a situation where something's weird and something's going on that's weird and you can't figure it out, which is we're about to go into, don't fear the clear. In fact, we say embrace the clear.
Okay.
So you get to a weird situation and you're like this and you go, darn it, what's going on? Watch this. See, you push it twice, that clears the channels. You clear it 3 times, it clears the memories. You do it 4 times, it clears everything. It does not erase anything. It basically tells the board to forget the channels, forget the memories, forget all those. It doesn't purge the memory of them. It just says, okay, reset. So watch. Okay, my sliders are still up, but your show went dark. So then you go, okay, start again, everybody. We cleared. Okay, here we go. Let's light the green. Let's give Galen a little bit of light. Right? Let's put a pattern up. Oh, we put a key light up. Both key lights, we put a backlight up. Okay, and then you say, let's start again. We go dark, slide it down. It's a really beautiful thing.
Nice.
Embrace the clear.
So just blow it out. And
And just blow it out and then slide it down. You can also slide things down by sliding everything down. But when you're in a different mode and you slide things down, not everything's going to turn off. That will make everything turn off.
That's yeah.
But it will not erase. It's a clear button. It's not an erase button. And so that's it right there. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so now this is where you are. You're in 1 through 15. Your key lights are 1 and 2. You have 2 front face lights. You have a back light. You have your green, or excuse me, your cyc lighting basically. It's your 49 feet of cyc. And then we jump to patterns. Now, the other layer we put in here, the other possibility we put in here was color. So we haven't finished our color, but we did put in some color. And I'll tell you, these color lusters from ETC, they're a powerful thing, but they're also a big thing for this little board. So I put them somewhere else.
Okay.
I put them here. Sorry, Galen. Here. Right there. Oh. Okay. No, you didn't have to see what I just did. That was a card trick. You'll notice that Galen's light is down, but it's still burning.
Mm-hmm.
There are ways to do that. It's sort of like almost like a blind way of working.
So
So
you're scrolling through banks.
what I'm doing now is this board is built in 1 through 48. Now, this board also jumps into 49 through 96 mode. It basically says, I'm not going to look at what you're doing on 1 through 48. I'm now going and I'm going to look at the second row of lights, 49 through 96. See how those are those white buttons under there?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're looking, you're leaving that alone, wherever that was. See 10's up? That's Galen's light. That's green. That's in 1 through 48.
Oh, you're moving to a different bank.
I'm moving to a different bank.
Okay.
It's like a different deck of cards. Okay, now I'm jumping over to 49 through 96. Galen's light stays on.
It's the shift key.
It's the shift key. It's the command key.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm in 49 through 96. It's now looking for whatever is addressed out there at 49 through 96. And I tell you, you have one light right now that's in that space. It's on that address. It's almost like you're driving down the street, and what's at address 49 or 50 or 51? I'll tell you what's there. Your LED's there. But you're not going to see anything yet because the way LED is built is really kind of crazy. They do this, they go like red, then they go amber, and then they say, oh, it's orange, and then they say magenta and blue and green, and then, oh, yellow. Oh, and by the way, master intensity, mint. We call it the mint. Okay? But they put mint at the very end. So here, believe it or not, your engine's revving right now because it's in channel 8. So here's channel 1, here's channel 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Channel 8 is your master intensity. Now we start scrolling through it. What do you think is going to happen when I bring this up?
You're going to change color change?
I'm going to color change because the LED's already fired up. The master intensity is at full volume. But when I bring this up, it's going to find the first address, and those are all the red guns.
Mhm.
So, and then I say, Oh, there's like an amber, there's a yellow, there's a green, there's a deeper green, there's kind of a classic blue, and here's an ultraviolet. That's gonna look killer on camera.
Nice.
Those are weird colors. It's like a Halloween color right there. Okay, but watch this. Which
So
one?
why is it those two sliders are?
Because of this mint, your master intensity.
So mint's
Watch.
gonna be mapped across.
What? This is the beauty of mint. Watch it go down. Because look, I'm doing my mint. Watch it go down here because I'm doing my ultraviolet. But watch this. Let's say that I get here and I go, oh, I like that color. On camera, that color's perfect. Okay?
LED white.
It's like a whatever, but you like it on camera. Okay, but watch this. How then do you keep that color mix? And somebody says it's too bright.
Oh, you pull the mint down.
Pull the mint down.
Okay.
It's the right way to do it.
But what's
That was
other-
mint.
Yeah.
That's your master intensity. Think of this as color mixing,
It's the color wheel.
right? It's their version of a color wheel. The old color wheel would have been red, green, and blue. Now ETC, it's still a theatrical company. They make controls for theater. They traditionally have done RGB. In this line of light called a luster, they came up with this palette of colors, and then they gave you a master intensity. Let's say you liked this mix. Now look, keep that mix, but work your master intensity. That's why whenever I do anything, I bring my master intensity up. You'll notice that's the first thing I did.
And then what's this far one over here? It's this one over here.
Okay.
This one.
It's the same light. We're only looking half the light by doing this. Go over there and look at the light.
Oh, it's only one half.
See it? See half? Now look, the other half of the light's right here.
Okay.
So what that light is actually is two engines, right? It's like this. And here's 1 through 8, and here's 9 through whatever,
Okay.
9 through 16.
So you could actually have half a light do one thing, half a light do another.
That's right. Or you could tell this light to just go 1 through 8. We could redress that light and put it here. But I thought, why not stretch that light out and then go to here with it?
You get more variety, yeah. Nice.
It turns out that I have to redo this board if we're going to do it like this, because you have 4 of these lights, but 16 times 4 is 48. Oh, you do have 48. Oh, 16 times 3 is 48. I might have to go back and retell this light to only be 8 channels, because then you'd be up to 32.
Okay. So the LEDs are why we need this larger board to do the color
Yeah,
mixing.
yeah, to do the color mixing. Okay, so here, let's find it again. Okay, now then you do this color mixing, and you know, 8's all the way up, 16's out. It's a really cool system. You're gonna find your color palette. The kids are gonna like it because they're gonna be able to find. But you do have to kind of almost start with. Man, that Ferrari's still revving up out there, aren't they? You got this ultraviolet, and you got some blue in there. And then you're going to add some red. And you're going to go real kind of purpley with it. And then you're just going to grab your master intensities, and you're going to bring
You
it
can
down.
do anything with it.
Yeah.
You can
It's
do
a-
crazy stuff.
You can do crazy stuff with it. You can drop your backgrounds. Now look, you can also key light. You can still run your key lights without spilling into that color.
Oh, nice. It cuts it out.
Yeah, it cuts it out. So now you can lens in a shot where your talent's right here, fully lit, and all the backgrounds just completely. Here, Anna, stand on that white line, would you? Up here, in front of Galen. Right there. Back up. See that white line there? Oh. Yeah. What's that? Those are not quite warmed up all the way, and then backlit. But now you can see you can lens in a shot. By the time your camera comes in on a shot on her.
Let me.
Yeah.
You got here, kind
Oh, you want to cut?
Yeah.
Oh, my phone's dead. But no, no.